Welcome to my channel. Today, I'm going to guide you through the process of deploying a smart contract on the Conflux eSpace Testnet using Foundry. This step-by-step tutorial will cover everything you need to get started, so let's dive in. First, you'll need to ensure Foundry is installed on your system. Foundry is a powerful toolkit for Ethereum-compatible smart contract development, and it works seamlessly with Conflux eSpace. If you haven't installed Foundry yet, you can do so by following the official Foundry documentation, which provides clear instructions. For this tutorial, I've already installed Foundry and updated it to the latest version to ensure compatibility. If you're following along, make sure your Foundry installation is up to date by running the appropriate update command. Next, we'll create a new Foundry project with this command forge_init project name. The project serves as the foundation for our smart contract development and deployment. In this case, I've named the project Foundry CFX Test. Once the project is created, Foundry generates a standard folder structure, including a source folder containing the main smart contract file, a script folder for deployment scripts, and a test folder for testing the contract. For this tutorial, we'll focus on the smart contract file, which I've named counter.sol. This file contains the logic for the smart contract we'll deploy on the Conflux eSpace Testnet. Before deploying, we need to compile the smart contract to ensure there are no errors in the code. Compilation is a straightforward process in Foundry. By navigating to the project folder and running the appropriate command forge build, Foundry compiles the smart contract into bytecode that can be deployed on the blockchain. If the compilation is successful, you'll see a confirmation message, and Foundry will skip this step in future deployments if no changes are made to the code. In my case, the compilation completed without issues, so we're ready to move forward. Now, let's prepare for deployment. To deploy the smart contract on the Conflux eSpace Testnet, you'll need two key pieces of information: the testnet's RPC URL and your private key. The RPC URL allows Foundry to communicate with the Conflux eSpace Testnet, while the private key authenticates your wallet to sign and broadcast the deployment transaction. For security, it's best to store your private key as an environment variable rather than hard-coding it into your scripts. I've already exported my private key as an environment variable to avoid repeatedly pasting it, which helps keep the process secure and efficient. With the project compiled and the private key set up, it's time to deploy the smart contract. The deployment process involves running a script that Foundry provides in the script folder. This script specifies the smart contract to deploy, the RPC URL for the Conflux eSpace Testnet, and additional parameters like gas price. Gas price is an important consideration because transactions on the testnet can sometimes fail if the gas price is too low. To ensure a smooth deployment, I've added a flag to set a higher gas price, which helps prioritize the transaction. Once the deployment command is executed, Foundry skips recompilation if the contract hasn't changed, sets up the environment for the Conflux eSpace Testnet, and broadcasts the transaction. You'll see details like the estimated gas price and the transaction hash as the deployment progresses. Once the deployment is complete, Foundry provides the transaction hash and the deployed contract's address. To verify the deployment, you can visit the Conflux eSpace Testnet Explorer, a web-based tool that tracks transactions and contracts on the testnet. By pasting the transaction hash into the Explorer, you can confirm that the transaction was successful and view details like the contract address. In my case, the Explorer shows that the contract was deployed successfully about 40 seconds ago, and the contract address matches the one provided by Foundry, confirming that everything worked as expected. That's it. We've successfully deployed a smart contract on the Conflux eSpace Testnet using Foundry. If you encounter any issues or have questions, feel free to leave a comment below, and I'll do my best to help. You can also refer to the official Conflux and Foundry documentation for more details on the process. I'll share the full project code and a README file on my GitHub repository, with the link provided in the video description. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.